This is my song for the intro, but I don't know how long it goes. I guess I'll just keep singing things until the words come on the screen. I don't wanna rip somebody off, so here's my own intro song. But how do I end it? How do I end the song? Yeah! Besides getting asked, oh, where are you from, all the time in Korea, and so I have mastered saying like, I'm from Australia. I'm from Australia. I also get, oh, so where do you teach? And I'm not a teacher, which was really surprising to a lot of people. Like even at my language class, they're all teachers and they're like, well, how the hell are you living here? And so what I am is I'm an au pair. To be a teacher, like I think through EPIC, this is just my base knowledge. I don't know everything. I haven't done research, but I think you have to do like 2 years at uni or something and then like apply. I haven't been to uni yet. This is my gap year. In Australia, I've had to explain this like a million times to Americans. Apparently it's not a thing, but a gap year is like the gap year between educations. Like, and so I've come to Korea and I love it and I don't want to leave. So an au pair is someone who lives with a host family. I just call them like K-fam or something, like it's okay. Which is overseas, usually in a different culture and language. I mean, some people like from Australia would go to America or England, but I would prefer to go to like somewhere that in Europe that doesn't speak English to learn English. So I've come to Korea, and they, in exchange for living with them, basically rent-free. I live rent-free and I also get good food. Oh my god, the food is so good. In exchange for that, I help look after the kids. In exchange for helping out with the kids and doing some childcare and basically just pulling your weight. Like, you're gonna be part of the family, and I assume you would stay there for a long time. Me, I'm staying for hopefully a year, mother dearest. 8 months was what we planned, but I love it so much. And my visa says a year, so I want to stay for a year. Thank you very much. But you basically work it out. You do like your house chores, childcare, just get along with kids. That's what I'm saying. But so I want to show you guys, well, not show you, I'm not that good tech savvy, but I'll tell you guys how I became an au pair. So yeah. So the way I became an au pair is from this site, like aupairworld.com. It's pretty straightforward, but I basically made an account and was like, hey, I want to come to Korea, and people were like, yeah. But I also had a lot of people from like Germany and friends being like, do you want to come live with us? And originally, which is crazy for me to like even think of, was I was actually originally going to go to France. Like, that's why I went on au pair, because I was like, hey, I've studied French for how many years, let's keep going, let's go to France. But then like Jimin's Thighs came along, and then freaking J-Hope, my sunshine, came, and I was like, nah fam, I'm coming to Korea. I'm coming to Korea. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Okay, profile, that's where it was. So like you have like, there's like 3 sections sort of thing, and it's like personal. So it's like, hey, my name's Molly, 안녕하세요, bonjour, ciao, and you just, I don't know, I think it's cute to put in like a little thing that's a tip for you, because they go, oh wow, you know a little bit of the language if you're going to a non-English speaking, if you're non-English. And then you can be like, oh, I'm 18 years old, I come from a big family, and there's also like things like health requirements and smoking, like, do you smoke, yes or no? No. I feel like you shouldn't. Personally, you shouldn't be on here if you smoke, because the idea is you will be with kids, and so I don't think that's kind of a good environment for kids to be in, a smoking one. My opinion. Attack me if you want. And then there's also like health requirements. You can't have a lot of health problems just because it's going to be hard to deal with while you're away. Like, I don't know. There wasn't any examples, but it was just saying, be healthy. I feel like if you're mentally I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna shut up. Just be healthy, okay? Getting so distracted. Okay, so that's the personal one, you know, your personal issues. And then you have like your job one. And so that's like what countries you want to go to. And so I selected like Italy. I wasn't too interested in Italy. I was like, hey, I will just travel there. So I went France, Korea, Japan. But on this website, if you're interested in coming to Korea, there are not many Korean families. I only found like 2 or 3. So let's make it happen, Korea. I want my crew over here. There is like, I mean, this is only one side. There's probably more. I haven't really investigated because I found one. I was like, yeah, that'll do. Just whack me on there. And then also like sort of like your experience, like I'm good with kids, I've babysat, I come from a big family, even though I'm repeating. Personal one, just be like, I'm good with kids, okay? Just shove it in their face and be like, I love kids sort of love me, we can get along, I'll teach them English. A big motivator for them is like English sort of thing and all that. Then there's like an extra section, personal job, and then extra, and it's about me, even though it's not in the personal. I think the personal is more so like an introduction, like, hi, my name is Molly Owen. I love long walks on the beach. No, but like, you know, like I'm really interested in traveling because yada, 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 and just show you're passionate about doing this. And then, so the about me is like, I love music, I'm social, I love hiking, and I want to do this. And at home, where I am now, where I'm from, this is what I like doing for fun. I don't know, what else would you put in there? About your current fam? Just be like, yo, this is, yeah, just be like, oh, your current family, and be like, yeah, this is my current fam. I'm like 1 of 5, so I'm Chocolate's mate. Yeah. And then people will be like, oh, this is very good. Another thing is add lots of photos. I think there's actually a limit, but put a cute photo. And then I put one of myself being like playing with the microphone, like with all the lights, being look really good. They'd be like, wow, she's real good, like get her. And then I also had one with friends, because, you know, okay, so basically make like a Tinder profile with the photos. Like, here's me doing stuff I love, here's me with my friends, because I'm not crazy and I don't have any. Just, it's okay if you don't, but you know, probably, or like with an animal, that's always a thing, isn't it? Like, I don't know, okay, you could probably, okay. So you got your profile, and then you have like a search bar, and when you say like, I want to go to these countries in like the job one, or like the, I don't know where it is, but you specify what countries you want to go for and how long, because you know you can go for, I think there's like people for like 2 years as well. There's lots of experiences like au pairs have written, being like, I went here and I stayed with this family, it was great, you should do it too. And so this is my video for that. You should do it too. And so it just brings forward all these families that meet what you're interested in, and you meet what they're interested in, and you can like favorite them, add them to your little thing, and you can stalk them later. They have profiles as well, their family, and so they put a lot of effort in their profiles because they're serious about this. Obviously, they're bringing a stranger in their home, looking after their kids. Why would someone bring me, such a weirdo? You know, I fooled them all, okay? And you see your family, you don't swipe. This isn't au pair like Tinder or something. It's like, okay, you message them, and you message them your introduction. You're like, it'd be really good. I only knew like 2 words in Korean at that time, and now I know like 3. So I've moved up a little bit, but so I said like, everything in this house beeps, I swear to God. Yeah, so I've moved up in the world with my Korean, but at the time, you know, I just said like, hey, my name's Molly. I am Australian. That's more than 2 words, but you know, it's like 2 sentences. And then I just spoke English, assuming that they would know some English. I feel like that's part of the requirement, that at least one family member, like one adult of the family, has to speak like your language to save like there being a massive language barrier and just a game of charades, like what I'm doing with my hands right now to compensate my voice. So my family is actually the one that I found an au pair is not actually the family I'm living with now. That's like a different story, and it freaked me out, so I'll probably tell you about that too. But we talked on there, and then she sent me, the mother was the one kind of who I was talking to, and she sent me like a list of questions. She, you know, like, can you cook? Like, what are your habits and all that sort of thing. And so I answered, and I was like, I love cooking, and just like, I'm perfect, pick me. She picked me. Yeah, she picked me, girl. And so we talked on that, and then because I'm in Korea, we swapped Kakao Talk, and then we continued talking on there because we were like, hey, I would love you to come. And I was like, yes girl, I'm coming. And so from there we did that. You can deactivate your profile, that sort of thing, and we talked it out. But part of the things that I think you should discuss with your family before saying hey is like, what are their expectations, and then but also know your own expectations. So with like chores and stuff, I mean, the website that I was on had a lot of information like, hey, you know, au pairs are not nannies. Like, the difference between a nanny and an au pair is au pairs are like cultural exchange people who are living with a family for that reason, and in exchange they care for the kids. That's a way better explanation than what I did earlier compared to a teacher. But compared to a nanny, nannies do a lot of cleaning and do a lot of stuff for the whole family, whereas an au pair is more so focused on the kids while still maintaining a good relationship with the whole family, of course. So expectations. So know what sort of chores you might have to do. Like, obviously I'm gonna do my own laundry, but that's not like a chore. But like, what sort of things are you gonna do for the kids, or in the meantime with the family? Like, I will do my dishes if I make any while they're out. Also, like, the participation. Do you have to be everywhere with the family? How much do you have to participate? Me personally, I love hiding in my room. That's just a fact. Like, in Australia, it was like, why don't you love your family? Hang out with them. Or it's like, yo, sleeping is my best friend. So here I do tend to study a lot. I have a routine and they know it, sort of thing, because I have a list. I was like, go to the gym, play music, do a routine, but I'm still very much a part of the family still, like participation. We've also worked out with their expectations, hey, can you help weekdays from this time to this time? And it worked well with me. And then in the future, if we want, we can relook that and change it if need be, but at the moment that's what it is. I work about 5 to 9 every Monday to Friday, as that's when the eldest boy comes home from school. And, you know, it's like dinner time. The father comes home late from work, so that's why they're on au pair, because they would like help with that sort of thing, and childcare and language exchange, so much things. And so that's what I do. You know, I'll help feed the baby, sort of thing, and I'll play with them. We play games, and so I'm trying to teach them English versions of their games, and I'm just trying to teach new English things. So I'm encouraged by the parents to talk to the kids in English, but I've made an effort to speak in English and then kind of reiterate in Korean when I can, sort of thing, to be like, hey, annyeong, hajima, stop it, sort of thing. Those are like my most words. Or like kaja, let's go. So we go to the park a lot, because where I live right now is very kid friendly as well. They do, like, there's lots of kids everywhere, so I'm a popular foreigner. If you haven't seen my song, check it out, because it says I'm foreigner famous in my complex. Yeah. Another thing to know is, like, know the family. I am really good. I mean, I was spent like last night, like, oh, that's why I'm really tired. I thought my voice would be better, but I was like talking to the father about like maths and uni, and like the education system is so bad. Like, we were DMing about education last night and maths and how good it is last night. So it's really good to know your family before you actually meet them. Just be like, how old are the kids? Just like full on, like, make a whole, get one of those boards, put photos, red string everywhere. I don't know how you want to do it. That's not how I did it. I just kind of remembered, but like, these are the kids. This is how old they are. I mean, you don't really need to know adults. It's just kind of a bit weird. But, you know, this is what they do. This is what their occupations are. And so it kind of eases your home family's mind as well, because my parents were freaking out. Along with knowing the family, know their cultural expectations. So one of the things that is really popular in millennials and not popular in older generations is tattoos. And so the father of this family is a quite a conservative Christian, and so Sui, the mother, was talking to me because like I'm really happy with where I am now, and basically I'm friends with the kids, but I'm friends with the family, and the whole family, and we talk a lot. So like I said, I was hanging out with the father for a while. I talk to Sui a lot, and I like to feel like we're really good friends as well. But she was telling me how her husband was really worried about having someone come in who has tattoos or something, because it's not like tasteful to him. And talking to the previous family who I was with, their friends. So okay, what happened was I was with a family and they do au pairs all the time, and one of the au pairs did like a year or something and was supposed to leave, and that's when I was coming in. But that au pair has decided to get a student thing, another visa, and stay for long. They got like student, I don't know, whatever. And so I could not come, but that woman was like, hey, I have a friend who lives in the same city and she really wants to start au pairing. And that's when I met the family I have, and I couldn't be happier. I haven't met this family yet because they've actually moved away. So even like, I think it's worked out, like they've moved away, and that would have been big difference to me, and it might have even changed what we've already agreed on. Yeah, but the father is really worried about like tattoos and stuff. But talking to the mother who has lots of au pairs all the time, she was like, there is not a millennial who doesn't have one. I was like, hey, look at me, I don't have one yet. I've been telling them that I'm going to get one, so they better deal with it. So yeah, with my family it was a lot of tattoos, religion, and thank God I kind of got the color out of my hair, which I want to dye again. I don't know what color though, so let me know what you think. Is like, I wanted to make a good impression, so you know, I made sure I didn't have, I think it was blue, or was it pink? Blue in my hair. I can't even remember what hair color I had last. That's how many times I've dyed it, but like, to make a good impression, because thankfully that father may have been worried, and I don't want to leave a bad impression on him or like what they see as a negative influence. But he's fine with it now. So I was talking to him, I was like, hey, I'm probably going to be blonde for a couple of days and then I'm going to pick a new color. And you know, the mother's like, wow, that's so cool. And he's like, okay, like he knows I'm genuine now, and so it's all good. But I think it's good to discuss the different religious values, not because having different religions is bad, but just because some people can tend to be a bit more closed-minded about it and don't want to have outside influences or like, you know, different stuff. Like yesterday was Buddha's birthday, and because I'm interested in Buddhism, I went to the temple and they came along. Even though he was Christian, he was like, you're interested, let's go. And I was like, yes, thank you. It was really cool, really crowded and hot though. So yeah, thanks Buddha. Well, you're comfortable with the family. This website actually does do a contract as well. I did not do a contract. I'm a way too trusting person, but it's worked out well this time. But you know, sometimes it doesn't. There's lots of experiences where au pairs have been like, I don't like it, I want to leave, I want to go home, or they get homesick or something, and so they want to leave, and it's kind of like, well, you agreed to this, but it's like, well, put that in writing, girl, like. And then also the original family I was going with, she was saying, I have all these questions, sorry, because I've had bad au pairs before who are only there for cultural experience and neglected their commitment to childcare. And so you can get like a contract where, you know, you can be like, well, how long are you staying for? Are you gonna do a trial thing? And then if the trial doesn't work out, what's gonna happen? I mean, doing a trial is a good idea. I think my original family, she wanted to do a trial because of her past experiences. This family was like, yo, just come in, just, here's your room, there you go. But this family wanted to do like a 3-month trial, and then we can discuss further from there, sort of thing. But so far, the people that she has so far are working out really well, apparently. So trial, and then like pocket money. What are you getting for pocket money? I am working the 20 hours a week, and sometimes it's less, sort of thing, or sometimes my hours change. It might be like 4 to 8 or something, so we make sure that it's just consistent. But if they ask me to work on weekends, like the parents went on a date It was really cute. They went on a date, and so I looked after them, and so they say, okay, well, we'll pay you this much an hour. And I said, that sounds good. And so we've worked out something where I'll get paid on weekends, because how I'm working now is good enough to live rent-free, food-free, and support culturally free. Like, they do so much for me. Like, trying to open a bank account, I'm like, what do I say in Korean, please? Or help me with my phone, help me with like buses as well, all that sort of thing. They help me with so much stuff. So it's a big support system as well. Insurance. So I just got my own insurance. There was like a whole thing. Oh, my bro. Au Pair World made this big fuss. It was like it was like a first date thing. I was like, Au Pair World, settled down. Like, you know how the bill comes on the table first date. Don't worry, I've only been on one in my life, so I'm not that experienced. But apparently there's the whole like volleyball, I don't know how to do it, but like of the I was gonna say badminton mention of the bill, like who's gonna pay the bill, who's gonna pay your insurance, who's gonna pay your air ticket. And I was like, yo, me, sort of thing. That's just kind of what I assumed. Perhaps the family might pay a little bit, and then you might, or sort of thing, and then with the pocket money it could even out, sort of thing. I don't know, they made different things. But I was like, yo, I'm traveling somewhere else as well, so I had to let them know that. But I'm traveling to Bali to see my family, and so I said, I'll pay the insurance because I have to get special things for Bali, because I'm gonna ride a moped or something like that, you know, or like go on a boat or something. There's lots of different insurance for that. And so I knew what I wanted, whereas they might have just got like the cheapest insurance and be like, here's minimum insurance, there you go, sort of thing. So I paid that myself, but Au Pair World made a big fuss about who's gonna pay the airfare and all that sort of stuff, whereas I was like, me. And then real responsibilities in the house is also part of the contract, like all that sort of thing. That was a mouthful. Okay, so that's kind of like Au Pair World, the agency, and what it's given me and what I know. There are a lot more things like requirements. Well, not a lot more. I mean, there's a whole list. You can find them. Like, if you're interested, go on Au Pair World. Do I have to put a link in? It's pretty simple. Aupairworld.com. I guess I will. Overall, I think au pair is a lovely thing and a lovely way to come to a different culture and live rent-free for I just get so excited for some time. If you're not interested in teaching might not be for you. I personally think I would be a terrible teacher, but you know, I'm tutoring kids now and I'm thinking, hey, this might be a good idea for the future. But I personally don't have a degree. So if you don't have a degree and you want to do something for your gap year, like if you're an Aussie, I think this is a great idea. Just know that you've got to like kids. You've got to be good with them. You're staying for a while. You know, there's like a minimum of 3 months is what, like, how long do you want to stay for? You can only put 3 months minimum. You're accepting and welcoming to a new culture. I find that's a big one. Some people complain about a lot of things Koreans do, and whilst it does baffle me some things, you deal with it. And I even find myself like picking up these idiosyncrasies. Oh, heard. I use that word for like HSC, so I picked it up and I use it for the rest of my life now. And you're cool with abiding by family rules if they have rules. And light housework, like the childcare, doing nappies. If you're not gonna do nappies, like I don't know, tell your family, but then be like, okay, like I think that's a bit weird. Yeah, so if you think this is for you, enjoy. I guess I'll leave a link down there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that the more I talk, the more I lose my voice, but yeah, I just wanted to share that no, I'm not a teacher, and this is how I came here. And I love it, and I hope other people who have au paired or, you know, want to, can do it again. I don't know what kind of video I want to do next. Like I said, yeah, a requirement is commitment. I can commit to this, but I can't commit to videos sometimes. So maybe I'll do a song next. I don't know. Let me know. I'm just doing this for fun, to document my youth. Hey, yeah, okay, so, yeah. I'm bad with endings, I don't know what to say, so, annyeong. That's cringe. Bye. Or don't have time to, whereas I'm being forced to make time. Like, the kids are Korean, so I've got to be like, yeah, how'd you... That thing scares the crap out of me.